Hi YouTube, welcome to another edition of Horror Hands, and this is going to be my video entry for Horror In TOJ. So Tony has just reached 1,000 subs. Congratulations Tony, it's awesome to see you get there. I really like your videos, I love seeing the limited editions that you pick up and things like that, and Tony is someone that I consider to be a really good friend outside of YouTube as well. In fact, I'm meeting up with him next weekend. We're going to do some DVD hunting. So Tony, congratulations, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you next weekend. So Tony's asked us 3 things for this giveaway that he's doing. The first question is to talk about the most iconically scary scene that you've seen in a horror film. And for that kind of thing, my go-to answer is usually something from Insidious or Paranormal Activity, because both of those films really creep me out. But I've been thinking about it for the past few days, and I think in terms of iconically scary, I'm going to go for the ending to The Wicker Man, where Edward Woodward's character realises that he is to be sacrificed in The Wicker Man, and all the events of the film have been leading up to this. It's such a devastatingly disturbing end to a movie, really horrible, really scary. And whereas when I watch things like Insidious and Paranormal Activity, I'm scared in the moment, and usually when I go to bed, the next day I'm fine. Whereas The Wicker Man has always stayed with me, it's always given me the creeps. And to kind of add to that, I can't remember the last time that I watched The Wicker Man, but I remember that final scene like frame for frame, because it was so scary and it stayed with me all that time. So my answer to your first question, Tony, is The Wicker Man. The next question Tony has is for us to say what our most underrated horror film is, and I think I've said this before, but for me that's Prophecy from around 1979. This is a really good ecological horror film about this timber mill that releases these chemicals into this lake, and they mutate the animals in this nearby forest. So Robert Foxworth is like an environmentalist who has to go in, and he's faced with these mutated creatures. Really good film, very underrated. I don't hear many people talk about this one. So my answer for your second question is Prophecy. And the final thing Tony asked us is to give some shout outs to other channels. So the first channel I want to shout out is, I think, a relatively new channel, and that's Art with Horror. So I come across Art a few weeks ago, and he's a really cool guy, really nice person. He's just like a guy who talks about horror movies, but does so in a really enthusiastic way, and is very enjoyable to listen to. And I've wanted to give Art a shout out for a while, because he gave me a shout out a few days ago. So I really appreciate that, Art. Thank you for the support. So that's Art with Horror. Everyone check him out. Give him some subs. It'd be nice to see his channel grow in popularity. I want to thank Jordan from Movie Worm, Rob from the Movie Vault, and the Grey Man, because they all gave me a shout out as part of this entry for Horror In TOJ. So thank you for that, guys. I really appreciate you thinking about me and just repaying the favour there for you. And then my last shout out is to the Galactic Happy Hour. So Rob Gray, really, really cool channel. One of the most underrated channels that I think we have here on YouTube. If you're into horror or exploitation, cartoons, figures, toys, things like that, Rob covers it all on the Galactic Happy Hour. He's a really entertaining guy, one of the best presenters that I've seen on YouTube, and someone again that I've spoke to outside of YouTube, have spoke on the phone, spoke on Skype, and someone that I consider to be a really good friend. So those are my shout outs for this video. I'm going to try and link you guys below, but I'm terrible at doing stuff like that. I do all this on my phone, so if the links aren't there, I've tried and failed, and I apologise. But yeah, Art with Horror, Movie Worm, The Movie Vault, The Grey Man and Galactic Happy Hour, as well as everyone else I interact with. You guys are all awesome. So I hope those answers were okay for you, Tony. Congratulations again on 1,000 subs. It's very, very much deserved. Look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you everyone else for watching that, and stay tuned for more videos.